Last night, Jimmy Kimmel Live turned into an unexpected political showdown. Viewers tuning in for comedy were met with a fiery clash between host Jimmy Kimmel and White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. The tension began subtly, with Karoline stepping on stage confidently, dressed in a sharp blue suit. The audience reaction was mixed. Some cheered, others booed. But she maintained her composure. What started as a standard late-night interview quickly spiraled into chaos. Kimmel opened with his usual charm, introducing Karoline with a smile. She greeted him politely, ready to discuss White House policies and economic plans. The early exchange was civil, covering topics like gas prices and student debt. Karoline answered each question with practiced professionalism, sticking to her talking points. But the mood shifted when Kimmel smirked and asked if she truly believed what she said during press briefings. The audience laughed, but Karoline's expression hardened. Without missing a beat, Karoline fired back, stating she provided facts even when the media ignored them. Kimmel raised an eyebrow, mocking the word, facts, as if it were a punchline. The crowd's laughter felt forced, the atmosphere growing tense. Karoline didn't flinch, countering that letting was harder than cracking. Jokes from a safe seat. Her sharp tone silenced some in the audience, while others erupted in cheers. The divide in the room was palpable. Kimmel tried to regain control, listing criticisms of the administration, economic struggles, border issues, low approval ratings. Karoline listened calmly before turning the tables. She questioned what Kimmel offered beyond punchlines and laugh tracks. The audience gasped as she accused him of feeding division instead of fostering real dialogue. Producers backstage exchanged nervous glances. This wasn't the light-hearted banter they'd planned. The segment had veered into dangerous territory. Then, Kimmel played a clipped video of Karoline stumbling during a press briefing, drawing loud laughter. Instead of shrinking, she coldly dismissed it as a cheap trick taken out of context. She suggested Kimmel belonged at CNN, a jab that split the room, half laughed, half applauded her. The energy was no longer playful, it felt like a political debate. Kimmel dropped his smile, pressing her on misleading the public. Karoline leaned in, matching his intensity. She accused his show of thriving on anger and division, saying he needed conflict to keep viewers hooked. The studio fell silent, phones recording every second. A producer whispered about cutting to commercial, but the director let it roll. Karoline turned to the audience, urging them not to let comedians dictate truth. Kimmel interrupted, claiming she dodged real questions. Her retort, that reporters should ask better ones, drew another gasp. The crowd was now fully divided, some shouting support, others heckling. Kimmel tried to dismiss her as a spin doctor, but Karoline stood abruptly. She removed her mic, declaring she wouldn't participate in a circus masquerading as conversation. With that, she walked off stage, leaving the audience stunned. Some stood, others sat frozen, unsure if they'd witnessed a meltdown or a masterstroke. Kimmel forced a grin, calling the moment different, but the damage was done. The show cut to a commercial, but clips were already flooding social media. Online, the reaction was instant. Hashtags like #Karoline Kimmel and #Press Secretary Walkout trended worldwide. Supporters praised her courage, critics called it a staged stunt. Celebrities and politicians weighed in, turning the clash into a cultural